NotebookLM is the world's best research tool. You can do so many things. You can gather info from any source, prepare presentations, and even create podcasts. If you want to learn something or prepare a presentation, it's a powerful tool, but it has two major flaws. One, it has no API export. You can't connect the tool externally. And second, it can't perform calculations. But in this video, when we combine NotebookLM with Claude Code, which is the world's best coding tool and useful for everything, the resulting power is incredible. I'm going to show you how. By bringing Claude Code and NotebookLM together, we'll use an incredibly powerful system with infinite memory. This system will also significantly ease Claude Code's token consumption and usage limits. If you're ready, let's get started. Now, when you come to the community, go to the Claude Code lessons under the courses here, and here you'll find Claude Code plus NotebookLM. From there, we download this skill. We've downloaded it. Now I've come to Claude Code, to the desktop application. I'm dragging this skill here and saying, use this skill and learn how to connect to NotebookLM. That's what I'm saying. The skill file is here. Now, by using this skill for me, it will connect me to NotebookLM. A browser will open. From there, I'll make the connection myself. By the way, this skill, let's say it's not really the official way. Someone figured out a way to do this and shared it. That's actually how we found it too. That's why it's so effective. Now, as you can see, it's connected, and what can you do? You can list your notebooks. You can choose a specific notebook from your collection. Engage in a detailed conversation with your uploaded sources. Create an entirely new notebook. Generate a custom podcast. And as you can clearly see, you're doing all of this right here within the integrated environment of Claude Code. Tell me, I'm actually asking you to identify which specific notebook I happened to create most recently. For example, it said a copywriting guide focused on cold outreach. We can already use this. All right, as you can see, it's now connected. You can have it research any topic you want. You can work together with this notebook. The power is in your hands, and from now on, what you can do is limitless. Thanks to this, we now have a continuously running memory in Claude Code, and it works vectorially. It doesn't use up your tokens. There's no need to upload customer reports, sales information, or product details here page by page. You upload them over there. There, with the rack system, it's processed much faster and run here. I've talked about this before with Obsidian Karpathy's method. NotebookLM works on the same principle, but when you use NotebookLM, there are also many things you can do on the NotebookLM side. Karpathy only worked locally as a second brain, but here the second brain is also a research companion. It has some very interesting powers. We installed the skill using a rather simple method, and now you can use Skill Plus. Now, I said that I will start an email campaign for clinics. Can you help me by using this skill? What should I write to them in the email? I want to offer e-automation services. I want to sell them to them. I wrote asking how we can approach them. As you can see, I get it right away. It says, this is absolutely the right choice for this. 4 of them. It said intro value proof case. It will apply the principles there as breakup. By the way, let me show you. The notebook is really here. There are many resources here. There are many features we use here. And actually, we are training it from here to the cloud. We are providing incredible power. Here are the resources we want, the methods we like, and our own videos, which I'll show you shortly. What you are capable of doing. An incredible power. Now, we are finally back. Let's discuss the language. First, step 1, then step 2, and finally the dental aspect. 3, lead reactivation. In other words, winning back old customers. This is one of my favorite services because you can turn things around very quickly. You get customers who pay very quickly. With this method, we've helped clinics earn a lot of money. That's why this method is one of the most in demand. If you're wondering what you should do, what you need to do, the lead side, the customer acquisition side, didn't bring back the old ones. It didn't find new customers. It's always one of the fastest and most valuable aspects. All right, I've given my answer. As you can see, I didn't give number 4. I didn't say how much it costs because I haven't seen it. This is not 4,500 Turkish lira. Now from here, it will take all the contextual information from the entire notebook and actually run the whole system. So you prepare yourself an incredibly good notebook. You do research on specific topics. Then Claude Code operates using that. So what was it? Notebook. We said it at the beginning. An incredibly good research system. You can systematize everything. You can produce research. This is very nice. But at the same time, what else? All of this is collected as information and connected contextually with the rec system, meaning AIs work much better with the rec system, with the data in the background. That's why they work much faster. They see more things. They don't need to read everything to you from the beginning. Much faster. But what it couldn't do was give these kinds of instructions. We couldn't launch email campaigns. Now, when I connect this, I can link the customers here. I can also connect the system that will launch the email campaign here. I provide the customer list, I upload it. The emails are written individually, personalized for everyone, and sent to them. For example, when we connected it with Cloud Code, we reached such an effective point. Let's see what it has done. It generated very detailed results. It created a campaign. It created a campaign for 30 clinics. All right. It generated English SMS and email sequences. It also generated SMS. For 17 days, you can see our rules with the 377 rule like this. The first contact, which we call day 0, then the 3rd day, then the 10th day, then the 17th day. So we need to communicate in a way that makes contact 3 days after the first contact, 7 days after the second contact, and then again 7 days later. In order to persuade the leads, our entire system tells us this. So it's not just, I sent a message, they didn't reply. I sent a message, then I followed up, then I followed up again, and then I followed up once more. We set up these kinds of systems for companies, and of course there are many ways to do this without being pushy. We set up these kinds of systems so that they can acquire customers. And as I said, this is where you can make the most money. Our goal is to get a 20% conversion rate from this clinic, 50 to 125 words per email, at most 30 people and 2 warmed up inboxes. When we say warmed up inbox, you can't just say, okay, I opened my email, now I'm launching an email campaign. You need to bring your email health up to a certain level, with certain tactics so that your emails don't end up in spam. Your emails, this is very important. That's why we'll send to 30 people a day after warming up. Even if we send to more than 30, it doesn't matter that we've warmed up. It still goes to spam. We need to set up our configurations here. SPF and DMARC settings are necessary. A custom domain is required. Like this. It even tells you what to do. If possible, it says to get a domain that's similar. All right. Our mail campaign. Hey, we saw that you are very successful with 200 reviews and a 4.9 star rating. This really isn't something that happens by chance. But most clinics lose many of their patients at this stage. That's why all former patients don't get reactivated. So they end up leaving this much money on the table. To solve this, we developed an AI system and we bring back more than 30 patients within 60 days. You will only pay us if they return. Hop caught their attention? Or something like that. As you can see, it's different. One more. As you can see, they are all different. What we wrote on day 0, that is the first day, is different. It's like a war plan. Day 0. Follow up on the 3rd day. The plan is different. Number 10, the day is different. The 17th, the day is different. He learned about these campaigns from NotebookLM, learned from our system. Cloud wouldn't normally provide it like this if you asked them, because there are an incredible number of resources here. That's how you need to think. There are an incredible number of resources. Here you can turn resources on and off, and NotebookLM is very powerful. Let's say something else. In NotebookLM, it showed this, but let me ask for something else as well. I said, prepare a presentation using NotebookLM about lead generation, because we're looking at a notebook related to lead generation. Now it's going to do this for me. When we come here, we check. Right now, it already says generating. Here as well, sorry, we opened the wrong tab. Here as well. It still says generating. Of course, it takes time. While it takes time, this part is actually tracking it too. We're checking. It says it's finished. Okay, here. As you can see, we see the presentation of NotebookLM here. It turned out really nice. Well done. It would be really enjoyable to send this as a presentation as well. Really. Both PDF and PowerPoint. It created both versions. Very nice. As you can see, now we can use NotebookLM through Cloud Code. But it's not just about using it, actually. There are so many things we can do. As I said, we can create these kinds of email campaigns. For each customer, Cloud Code's system is checked. It learns and writes from there and doesn't spend any limits for this. It doesn't need to discover it on its own. You set up the knowledge base there. You use it on this side. At the same time, I can also say this. I'm saying that I especially want to specialize in clinics. That's why, for notebook screening, let's add more lead generation sources related to clinics. I'm writing it down. So in notebook screening, you can go even deeper, add data layers there, and add other things. At the same time, you can use APIs, you can use connection methods. You can have everything that notebook screening can't do done here by working together with notebook screening. As you can see, it's adding deep research. 6. Parallel research queries. I've added them. It said 6. So let's see. We're on the other one. Can I see it? I've added deep research. Most likely it triggered deep research from here. Very good, really, the system. Really very good. Now, what else can be done besides these? If I ask, for example, let me give an example. By the way, now we're moving on to another level. There's a wrap-up skill here. You download this as well. I've put it here again. Let's go ahead and use this special skill now. I said, in fact, let me close the previous one and move directly to this. Now it said, if you actually have a powerful AI-driven brain notebook, it would be quite helpful. You can use it. So if you don't have an AI brain, you can create one. Actually, I have one. But let's do it this way. Let's create a new one. Together with you. We will create a new AI brain. So when we say wrap up, it will save every season in that conversation. Actually, it will save it. This way, we won't continue context management from here. We will save it there. Our ideas and our conversations here will be saved there and can be tracked from there. Because Claude forgets. Its memory is limited. But as we send things there, the system will become much more effective in what we discuss here. We'll do it now and you'll see. It will be very simple too. After that, whenever we say /wrap-up, we'll keep doing it this way. We'll start using it. By the way, it created it here. You can see it. As you can see, it even said it got the summary. Did it come? It came. What did we do? How did NotebookLM get into the dental sector? If it's always cold, okay, we got it. And the summary too. It made the summary here. You can also see our summary file here, and from now on, when you type /wrap-up as it wrote itself, it won't appear here. We'll open a new session. This system will work the moment we say /wrap-up. You can see it here. Of course, when you start a new session, the skills are affected. They are added, but what did it do? It put all of them in. It put the entire list in. It put all our memory in. This is one of the most powerful systems. When you use it this way, your context management will become much better. And also, tracking the things you do, your projects, it will become much easier for the cloud as well. You'll do it up to a point, then send it off. Then you'll continue. Then you don't need to have it reread the whole project from the beginning, wondering what we were doing or working on. All the limit will be used from there. Think of this like Obsidian. But for example, you took notes about the things you did over there. You came back. This is also one of the best parts. I'm saying, okay, research this more deeply. When I say this, we can also proceed by researching solutions related to the summary I put here and maybe enrich it with a method over there. So, with the notebook element, the combination of craft and code provides an incredible power. You can create all your presentations, visuals, and podcasts. In addition to this, you can create courses. You can transfer everything from there to here. We will look at many more use cases, but as I said, this is the best method for the job. I'm sure you'll really enjoy it as you use it. It has been very useful for me. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions you're curious about, I'm waiting for your comments. At the same time, using these to advance in your career and your work. To start your own venture. If you want to leave your 9-to-5 and start your own business, hundreds of people are doing it. Together with us. You can be one of them too. We are waiting for you at Digital Academy. See you